Mom Brain and I, we got to come clean. We apologize. Last week we told you that we went to a Nintendo event to play some Nintendo games. That was true. What we didn't tell you was there was another game that we played that we were not allowed to talk about until now. We couldn't even mention it in passing. But now we can talk about it, but we still can only talk about it in a very specific way. So, Mom Brain, I need you to
I'm
take
just
my
gonna be
lead.
very quiet.
If you were reading the website this past week, you know that I posted impressions of WarioWare Move It, which is coming to Switch later this year. It is true. We got to play WarioWare Move It at this event. It was not part of the regular floor setup. It was in a special room.
So you
It was
lied
like
to
going
us.
into a speakeasy.
Like Hassan Minaj, you're liars.
Yeah, right. Well, he's making up stories where we
conveniently leaving
line
out,
by omission.
yes, withholding. That's good.
So yes, we got to play WarioWare Move It. We can talk about some of the select. Okay, so Mom Brain, we can talk about the micro games we played when it was just me and you. We can't talk about what happened after that.
I'll take your lead because I could confuse one and the other, and so I don't want to like.
Well, we can do that, but yes, we can say like what happened when we went in there. We got in on this hands-on session, and we got to. It was me, Mom Brain, and one other person. It was someone from ABC News. We went in there to play with someone from ABC News. John Quinones. No, it wasn't.
He
John
comes
Quinones.
in with his like press badge, and he's like in like a suit, and you know they're like, "Who are you with?" And he's like, you know, blah 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 blah, ABC News, and we're like, "Hey, it's Remy Cowboy and Mom Brain, go Nintendo."
And then what happened?
They acknowledged that they knew who we were.
Our WarioWare rep was like, "I'm a big fan of the site. We really love what you do." Blah blah blah, all that stuff. And it was a Treehouse person.
Okay.
It was a Treehouse person.
She was lovely.
Yes, very very nice. And yes.
Well, I just got to know, were the donuts real? At least,
yes,
okay.
The donuts were 100% real.
Although
and I'm glad you asked that because I thought of them again this week.
We could have helped ourselves too. The room was set up really cute, and we could have had
mocktails.
Yeah, they had mocktails and I think soft pretzels.
They had like a cabana. Yeah. But I am going to email my rep this week to find out where those donuts came from. I'm not lying because I want to know and I want to get them again. But yes, we got to play WarioWare Move It. We tested out a handful of micro games. They asked, they were like, "Okay, so have you guys played WarioWare?" And I was like, "I have played all of them." And ABC News goes, "I have not played any of them." And I was like,
that's why they put you
get
together.
This guy out of here. He was really nice. I'm joking around.
Yeah, he was.
But they're like, "Okay, let me explain what a WarioWare game is." And I'm like, oh, "Come on, like you shove fingers up noses and weird. You're not going to understand any of this. You're not going to know what's happening." It's like you're going to come out more confused after the end. But it was fine. So they put Mom Brain and I on the TV and we played together, where we were doing 2-player games. Like I would do the game. How convenient. I tested it out and then you got to play afterwards.
Because we were
side by side.
Yeah, and we were competing.
Yeah, it was 2-player where we were competing against each other.
So I had the advantage because I saw what was coming.
For every single one. Every single one.
Was there any controller lag or whatever, input lag this time?
There was not. And I want to stress again, that was true. Sonic Superstar setup had input lag. That was not an excuse. It was a reason. But anyway, no controller lag here, no. So Mom Brain, I wrote a feature about all the games we played, and we can talk about them together. So just like WarioWare Smooth Moves, WarioWare Move It has various forms that you hold the controller in, and they all have weird names, and they all are explained before you actually use them. And the first form is Fashionista form. It is one arm bent down onto the hip and the other arm bent upwards towards the sky. Mom Brain, can you show us a little Fashionista? That is Fashionista form. Thank you. And we played Cowboy Up. Would you Fashionista form? Thank you. And we played Cowboy Up. Would you like to explain Cowboy Up?
Can you show me a picture?
Sure.
Oh, yeah. So you are lassoing.
You got it.
You're lassoing like steer.
Look at this. This was you before. This is you
Okay,
now.
well, you're lassoing steer. So no.
No.
Oh, what are you lassoing?
I remember a chicken and an egg and an alpaca. I don't remember what the third one was.
So you just have to, like, you know.
Mom Brain is standing up doing a lasso
and then
movement.
you shoot your, you know, it tells you when, and you hit your mark, and you rope a steer or whatever.
Yes. So what you do is you take your dominant arm and you do the lasso movement with that. And that moves a reticle across the ground in the game. And when the reticle lines up with the thing you're trying to lasso, then you whip your arm forward and you get it. So obviously, the harder it gets, the deeper into the game you get, the further away the things are. And you have to, you know, really wiggle your arm to make sure the reticle lines up in time before the game's over. So we did that, and that was a lot of fun. We also did, I think, Mom Brain, this was one of your favorites, Shell Shine.
No, it wasn't one of my favorites.
Well, tell us about Shell Shine.
You're a turtle, and you got, I think we've seen that one a lot. You got schmutz on your shell, and you've got a towel, and you just gotta.
You're not a. I wrote about this. You're not a turtle.
Okay.
You're not a man. You're some kind of turtleoid human.
Teenager?
It's oh, that's a great point. It's some kind of human-like turtle man. But yes, he's got schmutz on his shell, just like Mom Brain said, and you use the same fashionista form to scrub your back clean in the amount of time. I really like this one because it's a great mix of weird and stupid. So that one was fun. Mom, I'm not touching it. You talk all about it. First off, you have to explain the form, and then you have to then the game.
I believe that the form is actually Choo Choo form, right?
I wrote it right there. All these are all official names.
All right, so you're in Choo Choo form, as you can imagine. It's, you know, like Barbie arms, you know, Choo Choo train, like you would be moving down the track, and you are a train, and you've got to move your arms to, you know, go really fast down the track. But then there's like a small area of station that you have to stop at, so you have to like go just the right speed and then stop at just the right time to.
And as you guys know, micro games are very quick, so you have to do a lot in a little amount of time. So you want to like chugga as quickly as you can, but not so quick that you're going to crash into the wall. And the more difficult it gets, the smaller your stopping area is. So I really liked that one. Well, that one was a lot of fun. I mean, of course, it's trains. And of course, I should mention this as I wrote. Thomas the Tank Engine, we're all familiar with him. That's what this train is like, except it has Wario's face on the front.
Oh, nice.
So it's weirder.
Coming for you, Tonka.
Yes, I really like that one. We also did Bell Chorus, which is notes. It's like a Guitar Hero. Notes coming down a highway, and when they line up with your bells, you shake the appropriate hand, and if done correctly, you play a little jingle. So I'm a sucker for rhythm games. I enjoyed that one. Then there's Bacall Form, where one
Lauren Bacall game.
That's right. One Joy-Con is basically a tail, and one Joy-Con is basically a beak.
Oh, awesome!
And in this one, we played a retro game. So it's Super Mario Brothers 3, where you're Mario with the raccoon tail, and you have to flutter your butt to stay afloat in the game. So Mario is constantly moving forward, and it looks exactly like Mario 3, and you're dodging bullet bills and other things in the air. So you either have to wiggle your butt to stay above the things that are attacking or drop below them so you stand still. It's up to you. And we both made it through the first stage. We both died on the second stage, and we both made it through the third, or I made it through the third stage and you did not. But that middle stage, so the first one is just like a regular, you know, or I made it through the third stage and you did not. But that middle stage, so the first one is just like a regular, you know, introductory Mario 3 stage. What was the second one? That was...
I don't remember.
And the third was lava. I remember that.
I don't remember.
No, maybe the second one was lava, because there was a platform halfway that you were supposed to land on and then jump off of.
It was
and
the
that's
gray.
that's what screwed us up. It was a castle. But yeah, that one, when we finished it, I was like, I'm gonna go back and do that again. Like that one was really enjoyable.
That was my favorite one.
There's squat form, which is exactly what it sounds like. You squat down, and you have a Joy-Con on each like knee or thigh.
Yeah.
And we played. I'm gonna let you describe it. It's called thigh fishing.
Okay, so in the game, essentially, you and your partner, no, just you.
We did this together.
Yeah.
Yes.
So you're standing on a dock, but you're squatting, and fish are jumping, and they're going between your legs, and you have to stand up and like squeeze your knees together to catch the fish between your thighs. So essentially you're like squeezing your butt cheeks like really tight to catch fish.
It's like the Thigh Master.
But we played it together, so the fish were extra long, and we both had to slap down on the fish to grab it.
I thought that was something we couldn't.
No, we can talk about this game.
Okay.
So yeah, but what Mom Brain neglected to say is you're a very tall cat character.
Oh yeah.
That here do pick up the
what the heck?
I don't know. You're a very tall cat character that catches these fish, and just to make it extra clear and extra weird, sitting next to you is a regular cat. So I don't know what this human giant cat is, but that one was a ton of fun.
It really was.
And probably the weirdest one.
Oh yeah, butt stamps.
No. Buttograph. This is different. Careful now.
Yeah, buttograph.
Buttograph is you draw with your butt. The game gives you a shape that you have to draw with your butt. So it's like in the picture I use, it's an upside down V.
Yeah.
And you have to go like up and down with your butt.
And you have the Joy-Con on your thighs.
And if you do it correctly, in this one, you are a moon that's dressed like Wario, and he draws this peak shape that flies into the air and comes a rainbow, and it makes the sun blush. So that you draw with your butt. That's what you do, and it's got to be one of the weirdest ones. Weird is what I want from Mario, so that was a lot of fun. Did we do other things? Yes. Can we talk about them? No. Can we ever talk about them? When the game comes out? I don't know. I don't have an embargo that says when we can talk about this stuff. So that's what we did.
I gotta
that might have been the highlight of the day. Just because I love, don't get me wrong, Super Mario Brothers Wonder was amazing, and that's going to be the better game probably, but I love WarioWare so much. Just you and I playing that together and the rep getting in on it, and like it was just fun. It was a lot of fun.
It was a ton of fun, and I was sweating. Like,
oh yeah,
it was, because first of all, you're like somebody who like was directly involved in like the creation of this game is like,
well, localization, not like it was not a Japanese Treehouse member.
It was a little nerve-wracking, but also, it's competitive, so you're like, it was a lot of fun. It was a lot of fun.
Yes, you guys already know I was really hyped for this game, but it was everything I could have wanted. It's exactly what I was hoping for. Hi, Mine Without a Cause. We're talking WarioWare. Move it. Yes. As I've said a bazillion times, WarioWare Smooth Moves is my favorite. I don't see why. I wish I could talk about other things. It was great. It was great. It's everything I wanted and more. It was great. I'm very excited to get this home and to play with friends and family, because I played a ton of Smooth Moves with friends and family and like cried from laughing. And this is going to be exactly the same. So it feels exactly like a sequel, Mine Without a Cause. It really does. As I said in the feature I wrote, the name of this game in Japan is basically WarioWare Smooth. It's like super. I don't remember what it is, but the name is exactly related to Smooth Moves, just the Japanese version of that name. There were the screens that tell you like how to do the forms. Yes. And they describe them. And this time around, it's like a weird faceless 3D model that shows you how to do it. So it's not like, we couldn't really hear much, so I don't know. But like Smooth Moves had like the real breathy guy who used to be like, I forget the name of the forms in that game, but it was like, whatever style.
Oh, blah, blah, blah,
blah. Like we couldn't really hear that in this one, but it plays and describes things just like that one, or in a similar style. So yeah, this is very much a spiritual successor to that game. And I am pumped. Easily one of my most wanted games for this year. And you guys know that this year's crazy with games. So there you go. We had to wait a week to tell you. If you want more detailed impressions, go read the thing that I wrote.